Anyway, let's just go through and compare notes. I don't have the possibility to share, so I try to claim host, but I need some kind of host key, so I don't know how to do that. Maybe we just read and don't share the screen. Okay. Anyway, I put in the chat the one same thing I put before. It's from Rikpa Wiki, so which is a good source. Is this 37 factors of enlightenment? It can be useful to have. There you have it all in Tibetan, and so these are all the stages.
It's not in the chat.
All the part. It's in the chat. It's a link in the chat. I just checked. 37 factors of enlightenment.
I can't see a link.
I see it. If you go to the chat.
Yeah, I'm in the chat, and then just see Longchen Shedra and empty field, empty space.
So I can do it, put it again.
Maybe it's because I logged in later. I don't know.
Yeah, possibly. I'll just post it again. Just a good.
Yeah, now I can see it.
Yeah, it's just a good resource to have. You can just put it in your notes or something. Because then you have the Sanskrit, and so you have the 4 applications of mindfulness, all the things that we talked about, and you can click on this. It has links, so you can look for genuine restraints. You can look what they are, and you can get things in more details. I mean, this is not from Longchen, but so maybe the vocabulary is a little bit different, but at least you have some references, so you can have that, and it's really useful. I would like to know actually. Stages. I wonder when this. Oh, they are found in the Buddha's Mahaparinirvana Sutra. So there's the source as well. Very good. Okay. That's where they come from. Okay, so let's just go through what the Rinpoche said. So he talked about the path. So we are in this context of usually we say the ground path and fruition when we talk about Vajrayana, the ground that we discussed in the previous teachings, with the ground that is Buddha nature, and then we have the path that we are discussing now, and then we will maybe discuss the result. So like Rinpoche talked about how we can understand this division, that the ground is something that facilitates, it makes the good conditions for us to grow, which is what we do on the path. Here it's translated as a basis, so we can say basis or ground. I like ground, path, fruition. It's just easier to say.
So basis and ground is the same as foundation.
Yeah, it's she, and it can mean both things. I don't think ground, path, fruition just sounds, I don't know, it just sounds better when you hear them together. Anyway, the path must be very much in connection with the result. So if we expect permanent happiness, we have to check if the path is going to bring us permanent happiness. So permanent happiness here means we divide between short-term and long-term happiness. So it would be short-term happiness would be to get a better rebirth or something, being born in a God realm or something, and the permanent happiness is what we achieve with Buddhahood. So shit, I can't screen share. I will do it tomorrow. I'll ask Carmen because I have this outline of different paths, and it's really nice to see it visually. Anyway, and we talked about the specific qualities of Mahayana. Mahayana explains two conditions or two qualities of the path, which is wisdom and boundless bodhicitta. If these are lacking, the path cannot lead to permanent happiness. So that's like the gist of Mahayana. We've discussed many times that unless there is bodhicitta, we cannot really get the ultimate result. We can be on the path of a Shravaka, Pratyeka Buddha, but we cannot get the ultimate result of complete Buddhahood. So bodhicitta is what we have been discussing, and that's a necessity. If that's lacking, it will not. It will still be a wholesome path, but it will not lead to the permanent happiness. Boundless bodhicitta, Rinpoche says, is an extraordinary topic compared to any other religion. And this is something I thought about today, because I think today it's so mixed up that people think that these qualities of compassion, it belongs to other paths as well, like the Hindu schools and yoga and all these kind of things, because it's so mixed, but it really never goes to the depth to really explore what bodhicitta is, what is the unique qualities of like giving up your own happiness for the happiness of everyone, and how this is uh, said to be the conditions that has to be there to gain the result of pure complete Buddhahood. So it's very often mixed up that you do some compassion meditation in other practices as well, but without understanding the foundation really. Maybe you do it to feel better or to be a better person or something. But in Buddhism, it's directly connected with liberation, with the highest form of liberation, the highest kind of realization. So that's worth, thinking about. And if someone asks you, it's good to know that what bodhicitta implies and why it is practiced. And here Rinpoche also said that when we talk about wisdom in the context of Mahayana, it's a specific wisdom that grows through analysis and investigation. So we might not have so much wisdom to start with, but it's something we achieve by questioning. It's not a creed in Buddhism that you should believe in the virgin birth or the Holy Spirit or something like that. There's no creed like that. Your wisdom grows through investigating and analyzing along the path. So this is different from religions that are more based on faith, for instance. We discussed that a little bit. What Christianity, what are they about? God's wisdom. Do humans seek wisdom? Humans can only have wisdom when they kind of tap into God's wisdom. And then we talked a bit of about the final stages of the path of accumulation. The final stages on the path of accumulation. We kind of ended with that. And we talked about the five, what were they called? The four genuine restraints. The four genuine restraints, which Rinpoche says are like four kind of diligences to, this is in the intermediate state. So first we have finished the last time the four applications of mindfulness that Rinpoche explained that they counteract, or no, they don't counteract, they makes us understand the Four Noble Truths. The truth of suffering, that suffering comes from the body, mindfulness to the body. Mindfulness to sensation, then we can understand the source, the truth of origin. We can investigate the mind, and we can understand that we can pacify the mind and we can end suffering. And by thoroughly understanding mindfulness with regards to phenomena, we can thoroughly relieve ourselves from suffering. Once we understand the nature of phenomena, that is kind of the path, the truth of the path, to understand that. So that was what we did last time, and now we talk about these four genuine restraints, that are four diligences to prevent negative factors that have not yet occurred. So we don't want any new negative factors to come into our minds. And those that are there, the negativities we have, we want to halt them so they don't increase. And the positive factors that have not yet occurred, we want to give rise to them, and we want to increase those that has occurred. We actually say that in our prayer, don't we? Where we say, may the precious mind of bodhicitta arise where it has not arisen, and where it has arisen, may it increase more and more, and so on. So it's similar to that. So these are ways of controlling the mind through diligence. And then we have the final path where we have these legs of supernatural powers. The four magical legs. I have started to collect vocabulary because I realized that nobody's really doing it. Not you guys, but there was supposed to be a vocabulary. So I think I'll just continue doing it myself. So now I like very much that we call it four magical legs. And it's often said, talked about these magical powers that you gain through practice, and maybe we imagine it's flying in the air or something like that. But really, magic, it pertains to being able to control the mind. And I thought that was really nice that Rinpoche said that. When you can control your mind, you can control reality. That's really a magic power, to have the ability to control your mind. So what are these legs? The miraculous powers. And it really, in Tibetan, it says kangpa, which means, it doesn't mean base, it means a leg that you can walk. So it's in the intention, diligence, attention, discernment. You can perhaps read, I'm just looking at, I'm just looking about what Arne has written here. No, he doesn't. The mental foundation, meditative stability. Yeah, intention or interest, diligence, attention, focus, that of analysis. Yeah, when these are really developed, then you have full control of the mind. You can look at Arne's right up here, how this is actually increasing your ability to focus on a single object of attention, as it also says in our text. These 12, okay. Yeah. So that's it. And these are the 4 magical legs, so that's why they are called magical. You can control your mind, and then you can easily enter calm abiding or insight meditation. Then we go on to the path of joining. I think we have decided to call it, I think Rinpoche calls it joining. And here again, you will recognize from the path of accumulation, it's the same kind of divisions we have here. We have the basis, we have the nature, we have the physical basis, which is any of the physical basis is any of the 5 realms. I thought that was a bit strange, but Rinpoche didn't want to elaborate on that any of the realms could be on the path of joining. And then you have the mental, then we have the mental basis, which are these 6 levels of samadhi. And they are,
Excuse me.
Yes.
I found it in the manuscript about the realms. It's not like the 6 realms with the animals, but it's desire. What was Rinpoche talking about? About the desire
Yeah,
realm
I
and the
asked.
form realm and the formless realm.
But that I think is the mental. That I think pertains to the mental.
Yeah, that's the mental. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the mental.
because I also looked in Arne's thing for an
And it's
explanation.
about you want to know which are the physical.
I'm talking about,
Yeah.
the physical foundation can be the circumstances in being in any of the 5 classes. The 5 realms can be the physical foundation. I just thought that was, yeah, that was strange, but anyway, so it says. And then, like Rinpoche said, and it's also in Arne's text, that these the mental foundation, these 6 samadhis, which are all within the formless realm. 4 levels of samadhi there, and the first level is again divided into 3 levels. So we gave that a little bit of thought, that it's kind of strange that your body can still be in the desire realm, but your mind can be in the form realm. I don't know if you have met Dharma who sometimes teaches with Rinpoche, but he knows very well, he speaks very well about these realms and experiences and the different levels of samadhi. So he speaks about that from his experience, and it's very fascinating to hear about, because one thing is to see it in the text, but that this can actually happen in someone's mind is kind of fascinating to hear about. So if we want to reach the path of joining, we need to meditate until we reach the form realm. And then we went on to the characteristics. So again, it follows pretty much what it said in the path of accumulation, that the characteristics is anything that comes after the path of accumulation and leads up to the path of seeing, until the first level of the path of seeing. And then we go to the analysis. And here Rinpoche wanted us to call it the 5 faculties, so change that. It's not the 5, what was it? The 5 strengths? No.
Governing powers.
Governing powers, yeah. Don't call it the governing powers because it says in Tibetan, it says Wangpo, and Wangpo is the same word that you use for your ears, your eyes, your physical faculties, the mental faculties, the faculty of seeing, the eye faculty, and so on. So that's an important distinction, that these faculties are something that you can actually use. It's like the faculty of seeing. They enables you to do something. Yeah? They each, like Rinpoche say, they have their own object. And when they then become very stable, they are called the 5 powers. Nice.
The 5 strengths.
Yeah, strengths. Yeah, you can call it. Here it's called the 5 powers in the sheet I gave you. You can call it the 5 strengths. Wangponga, when it's the 5 powers, and when it's the 5 strengths, it's topnga. Top is actually strength. So that's okay. Top is strength, but faculties first. When it says the 5 powers, say the 5 faculties.
Excuse me, Ellen, could you just write it in the chat? The Tibetan, please.
Yeah.
Because I think this makes it clearer for me also with these 5 faculties when you explain it with the Tibetan word.
Yeah.
Because before I couldn't understand what you mean with the faculties, you know.
Mm. Nice. Okay, I will write it here. 5 strengths. Is that what it says in our English text?
Yeah, it says 5 strengths during the 2 phases of patient acceptance and the highest mundane experience. But 5 governing powers, so it's not it's
first.
different.
Uh-huh.
It's different. The governing powers are during the 2 phases of meditative warmth and the peak experience, and the 5 strengths come after.
Okay, so then I call it the 5 faculties and the 5 strengths. So they are actually the same. Okay, I'll just copy and buff. And I will put it in the chat. So oh.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Characteristics. yeah, the essential point is that it comes after accumulation, yeah, and it comes before the path of seeing. And then, yeah, I think that's as far as we went. You can check with Arne as well. That's the last thing I wrote, that we should call it faculties and think of it as faculties we develop. And yeah, I don't have any more than that, but I will keep doing the vocabulary thing. Any questions with the text or? No, I think it's pretty similar to the divisions, the way of analyzing that they do on the path of accumulation. So we've done that before. So we have these 3 parts to the path of linking. Now the path of joining, I don't like linkage, I like joining, jor. Which is meditative warmth. That's also good. That's true. And then peak of experience, tsemo. Tsemo means peak, like you would say about the mountain, tsemo. Patience, acceptance. It actually just means patience. It's just one word, söpa. It's the same as you have in the 6 paramitas, same word for patience. The highest mundane experience, chok. Yeah, the kind of supreme dharma, it's the highest mundane experience. Yeah, I think these are okay. So these are the stages, highest mundane experience, because when you reach the path of seeing, you're not the mundane, you're not the sosokyevo, you're not the person anymore. Then you're an arhat. So that's it. Yeah, I said that, Helena, I thought you came a little bit later, that tomorrow I have to start at 7:30. I have to start this revision class at 7:30 because I have a stretching class before. So if that's okay, I hope so. Yeah, but this is really, I think, because we go through the vocabulary, terminology once again, and it sticks a little bit better in the mind. Yeah. So if you don't have any more questions or anything, we'll see you tomorrow. Okay. See you.
Okay, thank you, Ellen.
Yeah, see you at 5.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Ellen.
Yeah, bye-bye.